Thank you. Honorable members, dear friends, exactly 40 years ago in this very chamber of Finlandia Hall, our OSCE forefathers gathered to seal a historic accord, an accord that along the gradual birth of the European Union were meant to set the pillars of a peaceful and prosperous OSCE region. And I rightfully say meant because the very core principles and the ideals that brought together the nations of this organization risk to be delegitimized by the dangerous and wrong actions of one of the main precursors. Dear members, no matter which political ideology got us to be elected here today, we all agreed to abide by these guiding principles, not just for the well-being of our own nations, but also for those or for our neighbors. The grave conflict in Ukraine preceded by the war in Georgia have brought us light to the fact that international organizations alone cannot last undetermined if not accompanied by political leadership and a continuous renewed commitment to the rules that sustain the bedrock of values of this House. Today, global threats are strongly interconnected and represent a very complex environment which can affect at any moment the stability of any of our countries. At the crucial momentum in our time, it is essential that we remember what brought us initially to the table of negotiations. As politicians, as elected members of this assembly, we have the responsibility to always strive for a political entente among us, a political dialogue that will enable with the necessary tools to overcome difficult crises and painful conflicts. We have to be aware that at the end of the way, both sides, whether it's in this case Russian or Ukrainians, will take a high toll in their outcome of the devastating war. As witness of the Georgian war, believe me when I tell you that bullets, bombs or tanks will not distinguish among passports, ethnicities or frontier lines. So what I'd like to conclude, but we have started a new chapter also, I'd like to remind, in the logbook of this assembly with the election of new Secretary General, new Bureau, and I think we'll be successful on this way. And dear members, finally, the organization represents a beacon of hope for many of our societies. We have to do here this week what we do here this week can have an important echo in the international community, and that is why we're compelled to set an example today by not giving up the universal values and principles that brought to life the Helsinki Final Act 40 years ago. Thank you very much.